tank. They need someone to withstand this, build that meat wall to protect their damage dealers.
Yeah, but the problem is they also did lockdown. They did lockdown. They did.
This will be a good pick, right? But no, looks like it's gonna be Bane instead. So guys, really quickly before we pass into the casters, you see both teams' compositions already. OD, who's gonna win this game?
I think Bigatron got a little bit advantage of the draft.
Okay,
I'm going with Air Asia Cyan.
I'm
very
going
balanced.
I'm going with Air Asia Cyan as well because I'm from Malaysia and because I believe in them. And that's all from us. Casters, take it away.
And thank you so much for the people from the panel side. Yeah, I mean Bigatron versus Air Asia Saiyan. So Singapore versus Malaysian. Basically, they are brothers, and it's gonna be like sort of like a civil war there.
My bad. I just realized that for the whole 5 minutes because I wasn't saying anything. And she's been my co-caster for 2 years. I missed 2017 and 2018, so she kind of knows my stability. But
welcome to Mobile
we just saw
Legends.
Alice onto this
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
Meta,
Smash them.
which is interesting though, because I don't see
All
Alice a
troops
lot
deployed.
anywhere.
Yeah, so it's quite a different pick from anywhere we have seen from today's match. So we're now at the 7th match of the day,
Yes.
second to last. So it's gonna be very interesting, but also expensive. Oh, initiating by Show, half the health of Angela right there.
And they actually backed off out of that fight because there's a level 1. There's nothing they can do instantly there, and they're trying to steal the buff here. As we're looking at Asia trying to do something about that. As Vayne there by Fredo though will not be able to do anything as he's just gonna run away with the flicker with very low health. But Livemore here will deal enough damage with the Azurus Rod, but will go back again as Gushon will try to do something, and there is the first one coming from Kaya. Vayne will get the kill as well, the double kill from Kaya, and Air Asia Science with 3 kills right there. A mistake coming from Megatron trying to do the buff steal and was led onto that triple kill. Fredo with that cannon wave, but was unable to do anything.
It's definitely not worth it for Bigatron trying to invade so deep into Air Asia Saiyan's jungle right there, losing 3 members of their team even early on at minute 1.5. So right now we are seeing a lot of difference here, almost 1,000 half of equipment right here which Air Asia Saiyans can build. But now there's not much going on. They're trying to farm as much as possible because they left their
Turtle resurrecting soon.
their own lane, trying to invade the jungle from both sides, trying to counter, trying to invade as well. So we might see a little bit of a dance here around the turtle pit, maybe from Bigatron's team, which they have a formation of 3-1-2-1 right here.
And they're trying to crawl up onto the Lord as well. 3 people on top lane, Bigatron here. And as you can see, they actually was able to crowd it up, but now Air Asia Science actually also crowding up on the turtle, trying to figure something out. They're all level 4, they have the ultimate, but look at that, was able to get that kill instantly. Punjahad getting that kill onto Bigatron now 4-0 as Bigatron is in a bit of a fickle here as they are unable to get the kills. Losing the turtle as well might be though, because players from the Bigatron is now actually covering up a turtle now, trying to make sure that Air Asia Science doesn't get anything out of it. Triple sweep right there onto the kill for Kaya. The Divine just wasn't able to do it. There is the umbrella of Kagura, but was unable to get anything. However, the cannon waves were able to get that kill from a running Show.
Yep. And especially with Kaya, he actually managed to secure 3 kills for Air Asia Saiyan right
Launch
here. So
attack!
half of the total kill contributed. Oh,
there is a Shadow Assault right onto WQXD, but was able to run the eject, but there is an Icon Dance right onto Jawhead, and the Shadow Assault, the second skill, was able to get that kill afterwards, although the ultimate is now down for Gushon, and he has to wait for a bit.
a bit hasty for Bigatron team. I'm not quite sure what is going on. We're not even 4 minutes in. 7 times they have been killed. very good for Bigatron as they're losing a lot of points here.
Yeah, Bigatron is having a lot of issues here trying to get the kills. 3k gold already deficit here because Air Asia Science now in 4 minutes 3k gold is a lot. That is one massive item for the assassin, and you don't want that. You don't want to get behind by one item because once the assassin gets going, they will snowball you way onto that loss. As you can see here, there is the mortal coil, was unable to hit anyone there, was only able to caught the minion waves. And there is another action in the WXC will get killed by the Shadow Ball Slaughter. Again, the Delicat
Our turret has been destroyed.
was able to deal enough damage for the Gushing to finish him off.
I mean, Bigatron was trying so hard to gank on the top lane, but they wasn't very committed to try to enter under the turret, trying to get as much as possible kill. And you know,
Your team destroyed a turret.
Stain was doing the same thing but on the bot lane, and they actually managed to snatch 2 or 3 kills right there.
And Sync was able to umbrella open away, just out of the way, trying
Turtle
to escape that one,
resurrecting soon.
as he's now trying to make sure the mid lane actually doesn't go down. But Saber was able to get the top lane as well. There is a triple sweep coming onto the players from Bigatron, WQXD with the Jawhead, and Gushing was able to capitalize on that with the Shadow Blade Solar as well. And Greenback is in a bit of an issue as he's trying to run away. The Kaya will have Divine Judgment though. Oh no, have Divine Judgment on.
The enemy has slain the turtle.
And look at this, Greenback is now dead.
Shut
Even
down.
though there is the hard guard from Angela, but we're able to do anything as the double kill is coming onto Cardus with the Mortal Coil. Ashura were able to get a kill, but that Deli Cash was able to triple kill for the bait, was able to get a triple kill. Fredo playing very, very well here. He's actually the all-rounder in this game. He can play anything, everything, and
he's creating like a full damage build. So every time he was landing his skill with the white cone and also
the Deadly Casket.
Deadly Casket, and also his ult, especially during that war, during that small tight space in Bigatron's jungle. He landed like 3 people right at the same time.
And that was really heavy because you can't dodge that really easily. When you're fighting in the jungle, the path is even smaller than the lane, so you will get everyone if you're staying in the jungle. And I think that's the issue right here. As Fredo here is very tanky with the rumble, and there is Shadow Blade Slaughter right onto WQXD, and Jawhead will go down again. Solos will try to farm on top lane here as there's 60 minutes.
Team destroyed the turret.
That Lord as monster kill coming from Bane. The Dali catch is really, really huge as BTR has no answer for that Bane.
Asia is being very aggressive right here, pushing, getting a lot of like objectives down here. The bottom turret, a lot of damage for Asia.
Oh, but there is a Shadow Blast Slaughter, double Shadow Blast Slaughter, but was able to get that kill onto Sync as Martins is gonna go down as Jahad will now push the top, the mid lane, getting that
Your team destroyed a turret.
with the blood, but to no avail, wasn't able to do anything as this Alice right now really showing how, I don't know, it feels like it's really off meta.
Destroyed the turret.
But look at it, there is a damage, and Greenback is a bit too far inside, but was able to flicker out of the way and save her Greenback.
You destroyed a turret.
However, there was a hard guard from Angela, I forgot to mention that as well, but Fredo was able to get this lane on top, and this is Bane on its purest form, on its maximum output. Unlike the last game, because the Bane was just kind of falling down as time goes on, but this Bane, Fredo with the Bane, playing a very powerful performance.
But I mean, Fredo, by now, he already got 3 to 4 full item right now. He already got the Berserker Fury, so it's gonna add a lot of the critical rate and also the speed for him to contribute more damage for Air Asia Saiyan right here. So it's not looking very good for Bigatron right now with 3 to 15 only at minute 8.
And you just saw Fredo actually buying Berserker's Fury there for that extra damage. And that is scary right now because Fredo 605, no deaths yet, 506 for Gushing as well. You're in a lot of trouble right now as Fredo is dealing a lot of damage. Gushing was able to get a lot of the assassinations, and Solos with the triple sweep is able to get the lockdowns for Fredo and Panjaha to finish him off. And right now Bigatron is in heaps of trouble, losing 11k gold deficit, and no turrets yet, as
Yeah.
they are getting pushed way back down to their turrets. Bigatron Singapore really needs to step up their game. They've already lost the first game against the underdogs, the Burmese Goals, and they really don't want to lose this one.
Yeah, especially with the system that we are in right now, with Group A and Group B. Whoever is the top two in each team is going to proceed into the semifinals and, of course, later on to the grand finals. And whoever it is going to represent their country to be in this MSC.
The problem is that the next game for never mind, there is a Jikundo right there, but the triple sweep is gonna return that instantly.
An
The
ally
puppet
has
on the
been
string was
slain.
able to get that stun, and Solos was able to get the kill with the saber. And as I was saying, Bigatron Singapore will have to actually face Libro Gaming and Arrows tomorrow, and that's gonna be an even harder match.
Exactly. So now they're trying to get the Lord without no contest from Bigatron,
Enemy
as
has
they are
slain Lord.
very intimidated to even roam inside their own jungle right now. It's very much very large difference right now. Almost 12,000 difference in gold between Bigatron and also AirAsia Saiyans.
Your team
And we're still
destroyed
at
a
minute
turret.
10,
We
so
just saw a Winter Crucian bought by Pajad, right? I think I saw a Winter Crucian. I'm not entirely sure what it was. It was
Yeah.
really fast for me. But again, I really feel like the Lord is now pushing on the mid lane, and Bigatron is having a lot of issues defending the mid lane already. This might actually seal the deal for AirAsia Saiyans.
But even though it is looking quite intimidating for Bigatron, I mean, it's still at minute 10. Anything can still happen as long as they keep on defending their base right here. But
ally
Oh,
has
there
been
is a triple
slain.
sweep again coming to Cho. Cho was out of position way too far. There is another catch. Look at the damage coming from Bane, and
An
oh
enemy has been
my
slain.
god!
Enemy
Brian was able to get
Our
one, but there
turret
is
has
not
been
like coming from Bane, and Bane still no deaths yet so far as the Lord is
Enemy
pushing onto
dominated.
that Nexus, and this is GG for AirAsia Saiyans, and this is
Your
a
team
stop.
destroyed a turret.
16k deficit onto that game. I'm not sure what just happened, but Bigatron Singapore felt like they just gave up right as the Lord was pushing. Because they were like, whatever, we can't win this, we'll just go back. 16k deficit, it's too hard for comebacks, but we saw better comebacks from that. So I'm just really hoping that Bigatron Singapore will able to get their game tomorrow, because they are the sole representative of Singapore, and the Singapore fans, honestly, I'm rooting for them as well.
And you know, like as I said, it's like a civil war because they have been meeting in the same realm, which is the MPL, Singapore and Malaysia. So it feels kind of sad that they have to do this, but it's really interesting. In minute 11, they already finished everything with a 16k deficit on the goal. It's crazy.
I'm really hoping Bigatron really steps up the game, but before we even talk about it anymore, we'll just leave it to the pros in the panelistas. Up to you guys.
With a big grin on their faces, they finally triumphed over Bigatron Singapore.
Yeah.
That was a huge win, and on top of that, that was a clean win.
Yeah, that was a clean win. I think, like, I don't know what Bigatron is doing, but I think they feel very desperate in their play. I can feel that they're very desperate. They want to try something else, but they cannot do anything in that game.
You're talking about the biggest win that we have seen. Bigatron are still phased after the first game, and AirAsia Saiyan taking away that revenge win from there.
That was MPL Season 1 off their shoulders, showing that we deserve to be here, right? And
This
now-
is supposed to happen in FPL, you know?
yeah,
that's
and now
all.
technically it happens in Indonesia. We'll do it live in Indonesia instead. But now what this means is that AirAsia is 1-1
Yep.
and Bigatron is 0-2. That is huge. But there is one saving grace for Bigatron. If they beat Arrow Wolf, that they will have to face tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That means Arrow Wolf will have 2 losses as well.
And one win.
And one win. So
Wow.
that is, the group is still wide open.
Yeah.
And guess what? The one team that is undefeated, who do you think is it?
I'm gonna guess.
No.
Who is it?
Burmese Goals.
Whoa, it's Virgo.
Well, they still only play one game. They still have 3 games to play tomorrow.
Yes. Yep.
And it's still very hard opponent. They need to play against Arrow. They need
But
to play against
Imagine they are in the highest level. They are actually at the top of the table for today. So it's like a oh. So the Myanmar fans out there are very, very happy for sure.
DD Pro Gaming is also the one without like, oh, this is a really quick the end game score, and I think all of us can agree that Bane was super influential.
Yeah, I think the Bane in the very first fight is just very influential because he didn't get first blood. Like, I don't know what's happened. I thought Bigatron gonna get that kill for sure because they put 4 people in there to kill that Bane.
Yes.
For level 1. So for sure he's supposed to be die. All the skills hit, but they didn't kill him. I don't know why. And then try to chase someone else. They stay there too long. The opponent, actually the mid already got the first wave there, and they go there with level 2. It's all hell from there.
And remember, I just want to highlight, right? Just from 1 minute in, the kill score was 3-0 to Air Just saying already. The invade went horribly for Bigatron. They need to go back and rethink what happened. If you look at the damage share, 27%, the highest damage share just shy is Panjahat on that Gashan, who played phenomenally as well. But you can see the strength of Bane in this game.
Yes, indeed. And speaking on your point, they are so misdirect. They don't even know which one to take. They were very, how could I say, not that focused in their hands. They couldn't even secure a kill. And if you're speaking on that 3-0, it was 7-0 as well before around the
7-0, 8-0 or something.
That 3-minute mark, it was already 8-0, but it all started from that jungle invade, right?
Correct.
If that jungle invade went well for Bigatron, I think
that's
it's a totally different game.
It's totally different game. Because after that 3-0, they need to go back to their lane when the opponent already are like 2.5 level.
And level 3, they have to respawn to walk back. They're so far behind. Now, this puts Bigatron in a huge back foot, but they still have a chance. Like I said, they need to gather their thoughts, think back, look back, and hopefully tomorrow they can perform well again.
They're going to play another 3 more games?
Two more
games.
If I'm not mistaken, they still have Arrowwolf to play. And I would want to say Burmese. No, they play Burmese schools already.
The Digital Devil.
Yeah,
Digital Devils.
Digital Devil.
Wow.
So
After
they
seeing
need to win 2 games in order to even have a chance to proceed. This is pressure in its finals. This is MSC in its full form, right? Every team here, I know I repeated it a lot of times already today, but every team here has a chance to win.
And you know, it's not about the underdogs anymore. Nobody's an underdog.
Like I said,
basically everybody
there
has
is
equal
no
chance.
such thing as power rankings. Everyone is equal. Everyone is at 1.
And thankfully, actually, Arrowwolf lost that one because, if they win against Arrowwolf, it's put a lot more balance into the game. They can play more tie breaks and everything like that.
Correct. And you know, Burmese Goals and Digital Devils Pro Gaming, they just shown us that they are in the game. They want to win this as badly as the teams that are the champions, or perhaps directly invited, but they're still the top teams in Asia.
Right now, if I'm Bigatron, I'm just saying to DD Pro Gaming, thank you so much. I'll buy your Mew next time because of that win, they have a chance. So they're saying thanks, guys. I'll send you water. Do you want anything? No, this is for DD Pro Gaming because because of that they still have a chance. Now we want to talk about our last game of the day. We have one more game. All right, it's 8th May against RRQ Oxygen. So
it's going to be.
This is the last game.
The Philippines versus the
Indonesia. Now, I want to highlight this game because everyone from Indonesia has been piping this Philippines team up really much, right? And this is the test, right? This is we see whether that hype is real. But I have a strong feeling that the hype is justified because if DD Pro Gaming plays so well just now, I'm pretty sure they can do better. But really quickly, we're going to pass to the backstage. We're going to pass it to Fahmi because he has one player with him.
Okay, thank you, Dejan. And for all the panelists, back again with me, guys, Cornet. And I'm here with the MVP, Fredo. What's up, Fredo?
Hello, what's up?
Are you good?
Yeah, good.
How do you feel like you just playing like without that? What do you feel right now?
It feels great. Yeah, it's great.
And I just want to know, like, what's your plan? What's your strategy to win the game? Like, at early game, you just dominate the game, and mid game and late game, you just won the game like that. How's your strategy?
We just plan to be playing aggressive, and we managed to did it. So yeah.
And one more question about the top global Alucard. You used to, right? Are you gonna play Alucard at the next game maybe for tomorrow?
Probably, maybe.
Probably. Okay.
If there's a chance, I will pick Alucard. Yeah.
Okay, we waited for them. Okay, once again, congratulations for Team Sayad Thank you, Fredo, for your time. And back to the panelists. Take it away, please. Thank you.
My oh my. That was a very cheeky
That's
question,
not gonna
cheeky
happen.
answer coming in for here.
But Fredo, as happy as ever, as smiley as ever, like Fredo himself. Happy little guy. I guess he's really happy. Now, unfortunately, Odie, he left us. He was pretty busy.
It's already changed.
Yeah, and now we have Bella J one more time. Welcome to this for our final match before we do go into it. But yeah, Bella, what are your thoughts for that game?
I think one of you is very happy because they win, right?
Yeah.
But I think that is a good game and an intense game while they are doing the 7-0 score with the aggressiveness. From the early is really good with the Saber and also the Bane itself. Like the damage is just too big, right?
Yeah, but enough about that game. We are going on to our last game. As I said, Aether Main against RRQ Oxygen. This game will prove a lot. It will show a lot of how this Philippines team will actually fare up against these Indonesian teams, right? Yes, DD Pro Gaming won against Everwolf, but you could kind of say that game was really close. Yes, so it doesn't really say fully how the strength of Filipino teams are. This game will show a lot.
Yes, indeed. And again, this is a theory that I would like to say which league is better in terms of professionalism and, of course, the league strength.
And so far, I think every league is pretty equal, right?
Yep.
Even the countries that doesn't even have MPL, like Myanmar from Rumors Goals, IDNS playing so well. And even, if I'm not mistaken, the other one was, I'm trying to think, sorry.
Fantasy Main?
Yeah, Fantasy Main from Vietnam. They're playing so well.
Yeah.
So you can see that all these teams, they are very, very equal. But yep, we are going to go really, really quickly to the team profiles of both teams. I think it is Aether Main first, so let's check that out. Nope.
It's not yet.
Nope, looks like it's not yet. We got the wrong cube. Sorry, so sorry, guys. But I think it's just really, really quickly. Like I said, this last game is Aether Main against RRQ Oxygen. So, really quick, what do you expect from this game?
I'm going to see that this will be a challenge for both countries and both teams to at least show what they have on the table and they are able to prove themselves through this battle.
Okay. Bella, what do you think?
I don't know, like the Aether Main show that they are really good, like with the unbeatable, only one lose to the MPL Philippines. It's a burden to RRQ itself to receive, to fight.
All right, on the top, we are going to go to the team profiles of the both.
And also Yuji coming up to the stage.
Yep, so they are 1-0 at the moment, and if they can beat RQ, that would be huge. That would just make them favorites in that group, and I would think it's really, really hard for them to not even proceed to the semi-final if they end this day with 2-0.
Yeah, indeed, and of course this also makes a stand that the league in the Philippines is much stronger.
Pretty strong, right?
Yeah, compared to Indonesia and Malaysia and Singapore. But then we have to wait for this game.
That's why I said this game it will mean a lot because they are going up against one of the hometown sweethearts, the favorites. The crowd love them, they cheer for them so much. Like right now we are, I think, 9 p.m. local time, and there's still so many people in this stage because everyone wants to cheer for RRQ. And I think their team profile will be coming up next, and let's just go and see their team profile really quick.
known as the Kings of Kings. Here comes RRQ, Oxygen. They have Liam, Lemon, Tuturu, Iron Jago, Instinct, and Barrier Jr.
When do you get that Kings of Kings reference from? They finished third place. They're not Kings of Kings. Okay? That's not right.
I'm trying to say
I'm
this
gonna
thing.
call you out for that.
Come on, man.
But yeah,
RRQ is gonna be
this is RRQ Oxygen. They've been playing well. They played well so far.
Yeah.
But this is the new task that they haven't had. Can they beat the champions of Philippines? The teams that played so well. Right? They played so well in the first game when they get beat out IDNS so quickly.
Yep, indeed. And that was a dominating game as well. IDNS did not have any answer or solution towards that game, and they had to falter out really bad. I think there was a game that ended around 10 to 11 minutes. It was a very fast-paced game, and that's why they called King of Kings.
I'm not going to give you that title until they win MSC.
It's originally the
RRQ means-
RRQ means the King of Kings. It's
I know,
Latin.
but they have to prove it first. Yes, their name is Kings of Kings, but they have to prove it first.
All right, I can see your context. You want the abstract version of
That's
it.
true.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
what do you think we can expect from these games, guys?
I think it's going to be a very fast-paced game. I think both teams want to play at their own tempo, but it will be done perhaps in the middle game. I don't think we'll see a very late game unless they were to use marksmans.
Yeah, I'm hoping for RRQ to use marksman though. For
Tuturu?
Yes.
Maybe a Tuturu marksman. For those who don't
Yeah.
know, for those watching at home, Tuturu is known as one of the 3 kings of marksmen in Indonesia, right? This title is given by fans, and one of them is Tuturu, and everyone's really excited.
Yes, and I think they worship him, like, you know, his level of skill is up to the par that he's able to carry that marksman title in his own hands.
And even when the meta wasn't marksman, whenever Tuturu picks marksman, no one doubts him because he's just that good. And I know what, I'm pretty excited to see. The first game he played Harley, which is sort of a hybrid marksman mage. Not really full marksman yet, but do you think we'll see a marksman this game?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Like, I think from RRQ must watching the IDNS and they believe that marksman is a good choice for them. Like, it encouraged them to pick the marksman, in my opinion.
And I think we will see it, but we guessed it wrong in the previous game. It looks like Bigatron wants to go in for a mage instead on their comfortable picks. Perhaps we can see a marksman. I really want to see this marksman because it's doing so much damage, so exciting pace of game coming in from here. Rather than a very short, fast-paced game, I want a longer one. I want like a very fighting, fist to fist into the face, you know, like boxing perhaps, into the game style.
I'm going against you guys. I don't think there'll be a marksman because RRQ's game, their game style is just really fast-paced, right?
Yeah.
And they want to end this game as soon as they can. They know Aether main strength. They want to counter it. Looks like we are going to go into pick the man pretty soon, but you can see really quickly in the bottom of your screen, guys, first game, DDP Pro Gaming just upset everyone when they just beat out Aero, and then IDNS keeping that tournament life intact by beating Evo's Gaming, and we saw the demolition by Aero just saying when they fought out Bigatron Singapore.
You say the RRQ playing the fast game, right?
Yes.
Whenever Tuturu pick the marksman,
It's still
not
fast.
It's still fast.
It's still fast. That's how
It's
good
still
he is.
fast. That's why he got the king title. Because you don't really need to be in the late game. Because you can farm it well. He can farm it well. I don't know how he did it, but he is just good. And it's not need to be late game.
I can see OD there enjoying himself in the crowd.
The Indonesian caster of one of our panelists as well here.
Yep.
And speaking of which, yes, Tuturu does have the skills to make a marksman feel like an assassin in this case, but we will have the opportunity, the most honored time to actually see him how he does it. Perhaps he will utilize a lot of the jungle lanes, try to go to the opposite lanes as well to steal the jungle creeps, and try to get as many crabs as possible before he goes up to the mid game.
Yeah, the river crab was the reference that you're going for. But yeah, I really agree with you. But I still think that maybe RQ don't want to run at marksman risk. They just want to play normal assassins. We'll have to see. Meanwhile, we talked about a lot about RQ. Let's talk about Aether Min, right?
Yes.
They played well. Yes, it was a little bit shaky. Odie said that they made some mistakes. He called them trolls. I will not use that word because it's a little bit too hard for me. I said they made mistakes, but they had a lot of map control. They didn't even drop one turret that game.
Yes. I think the Aether main gameplay is more like a combo one with the proper set. I hope they will pick not too much different with from the fantasy main, because if they did that to Araki, it will be a lot of pressure. Like the movement of the tank itself try to make a distraction really good, and it happens for the fantasy main, so they cannot really move against the either main.
KBC, what do you think?
I feel like, you know, Eater main coming in as like the other champions, of course, for Philippines. Well, Fantasy main, they are the champions of their qualifier round. So I'm going to stick to this particular mindset that there's champions and contenders, while the opposite team, which is Team RRQ, they face a champion, a defending champion, which is IDNS. So the challenge should be a bit higher.
Yes.
I'm going to put my bet, if let's say without the drafting, it will be Team RRQ to at least take this run.
I'm going against you. I think Aetherman's hype is real, and I'm buying that ticket to the hype train. Because I think Aetherman, they are the real deal. And this game will prove it, right? Everyone has this huge question mark on this team, whether they are actually, you know, really good. And that DD Pro gaming game, where they just beat out Arrowwolf in that tight game, just shows how competitive Filipino teams are. And this game will show you and will convince you that Filipino teams are the real deal as well. KBC.
Sorry, Indonesians, but I do agree with the Matthew over there. Like, I do believe that either main is gonna beat it.
Yep, but looks like we will find out, because the draft has kickstarted. This is really, really tight. Both teams have different things to play for. Both teams are 1-0, but whoever wins this game will have a big advantage going to game 2.
Yeah, indeed. And of course, Eater main's main star player, which is of course Pain.
Yes.
He did really well with the Lancelot. He was actually killing a lot as well. And RRQ, Tuturu, he will need to step up as well. And Lemon as well. They all can actually do something to this team. We get information that RRQ, they don't have any much not star players, but at the same time they work as very, very well, cohesive as a team in hand.
Yep, and you know, same thing as Aetherman and Netgo. There's our pick and ban screen. Aetherman will be on the blue side. RRQ Oxygen will be on the red side. So now, we've been talking about this the whole day, right?
Yep.
Red side is actually more favorable because you get 2 tier 1 picks as Hayabusa. To no one's surprise, gets banned out.
You know what's the interesting fact? That the first 3 games are the red teams winning.
Yeah.
The 4th and 5th and 6th game is the blue team, and back to 7 is Team Red.
Yeah, so will it be a blue team? Will their pattern come out? Selena getting banned out. Now, we saw Selena getting played today.
Yep.
Wasn't the best result. When do you think Selena is still getting banned out by these teams?
I feel like it's very unproductive. There's not much impact being done by the Selena. She has to go through mid-game process to get the hero kits up and deal enough damage. But then again, the ultimate or the abyssal form did not come in time.
Yep, that's true. And now we can see the bans. The last ban was the Grok. Immediately, Martis getting locked in by Aetherman. Lancelot and Bane. We saw how huge that Bane was for Asia saying, can RRQ do the same?
I feel RQ can emulate the same success coming in from Eater main, despite the huge nerf onto Lancelot. But then, hey, Bane is still there. Bane is everybody's Bane, for example, everybody's Kryptonite, and I think you all can agree with me on that.
Yeah, Bane is a good pick for RRQ here, but I want to see what either main pick, like Cho with the Martys. Like this, if you notice, every Cho's game is a very good Cho. Like the way Cho set it is very good. Oh my god! It's gonna be Lemon Kagura!
It's gonna be the Kagura and the Kaya getting locked in, and Chow together with the Jawhead was Aetherman's pick. Now, 2 more picks here. I think Aetherman, they're lacking something like a damage dealer, like a pure damage dealer. Yes, you have the Martys, but you want to form maybe a Lancelot, a Gushen maybe, as they just hovered it over. Gushen and maybe one more tank.
And Gushen being the last pick, how interesting. Not really being the prime priority pick from here, so they might gonna go with perhaps another fighter or still assassin, which is Saber here. And I think we should be hyped for Lemon's Kagura. We should be hyped like, oh, Kagura Lemon!
We should be hyped, but the thing is that I've been seeing so much Kagura the whole day, but this one I'm hyped for because Aurora gets locked in!
Wow!
Now that's something you can just throw away. Now that's something I'm excited for. We've seen both lineups, guys. Aetherman, Johin, Martis, Cho, Saber, Gushen, RRQ Oxygen. You have Aurora, Bane, Kagura, Lancelot, as well as the Kaya. Quickly, what do you think who's going to win?
The set of RRQ is just too good. I'm thinking right now, like Bane opening his ultimate with the Aurora, the one with the full charge in it. It's gonna be insane damage.
I want to choose Eater main because I did not see the success of a double mage, so Eater main for me.
Yes, same as me. I think it's gonna be an A-Tour main win. I'm sorry, Indonesian crowd, but that's all from us. We're gonna pass it to the casters. So guys, take it away.
And thank you guys from the panel side. It's really exciting. This is our last match of the day. It's RRQ versus either main from the Philippines. So RRQ is from Indonesia.
From Indonesia indeed, and Ader main is from Philippines. We saw
5
how
seconds till the
strong
enemy
Visual
reaches the
Devils
battlefield.
Pro Gaming
Smash them.
is. And now we're gonna look
All
right
troops deployed.
onto Ader main because we know that DD Pro Gaming lost massively to Ader main. And they just beat Arrow Wolf. So I don't want to see how powerful Ader main is, and this is gonna be a super fun match. But look at this, there is a fight already happening. Lemon almost died by the Gustian from Yuji, but he will survive with a sliver of hell.
And of course, with me, Vienna Sukirisake, and also my main caster, Weeby,
Hello,
Hachiken. We're gonna be accompanying you for this last match, the very interesting match between the Indonesian team and also Philippines. Oh, a lot of damage there. First blood's gonna go to Mardis from Plymouth Kagura, gonna go down there.
And there is the Jeet Kune Do coming from Yellow Haze, a bit on low HP though, as Coco will have to run away here. And there is the cannon wave onto, the flicker onto the cannon wave. And Tuturu will able to pick up that kill, but Lemon is getting very much targeted here by the player from Ader main, knowing how powerful Lemon is in Kagura. That is a respect kill on that first blood, in my opinion. But Rebo here, oh, it's a Rebo. I thought my bad. I thought it was, I keep reading his name wrong for 2 games already. But Rebo here with the Saber is gonna farm in bot lane along with Jawhead coming to help, as there is a bit of a clash here in mid, as Yelly Haze was almost caught
It's
from
very,
that fight.
I mean, either main is playing very aggressively towards RRQ right here. A lot of
Lemon
damage.
now with the umbrella opening it onto Pain. There is a eject, will have to run away there, but Pain will get caught right there as Aurora with the proc is able to get that kill, but there is the Shadow Wrestler coming from Gushing is able to follow up with that return kill as well, and that is 1 for 1, and the crowd is just cheering heavily for RRQ right now, not wanting their initial team to lose to the Philippine side.
Especially when RQ is in their own hometown, their home country actually.
This is the crowd's advantage, but the Air main here is really powerful. Even Air will pierce for them. So, oh, look at that. The Jeet Kune Do right onto 2 people, Kagura and Kaya, and they will have to run back though as Revo here. There is a movement from Jawhead and Shadow Wrestler right onto Tutaru, and Yuji is able to pick up that kill as Coco now will try to run to top lane as it is empty and will try to get the farm.
It's quite prevalent.
Oh, there is Pain again. I'm sorry to cut you off, but action is just keeping on going as Pain was able to get the eject, and Yellow Haze is able to get that drag away of the dragon onto that kill for the Gushing, and the triple sweep onto Rebo as Ader main is now dominating this and will able to get this turtle as Coco is now proxy farming on top lane. The turtle is up for grabs and no contest whatsoever.
An ally has
RRQ.
slain the
that
turtle.
lead right now is looking concerning.
They're playing very aggressively. They're not letting RQ farm or even jungle in their own own turf, basically. So either main is having like a 3k difference in gold between them. That's one full item, almost 2 items by then. So it's looking very good for either main. Even though right here, maybe you can hear it at the background noise, is that a lot of support for the RQ team. So wherever you are watching here, you can support your own team for Philippines or Indonesia right down in the comment or at EGG Network. Just type in your support for them.
Your team destroyed a
And the
turret.
turret has been destroyed. You can hear the Laminos right there on ball lane as RQ is getting a lot of support. That home court advantage is right there, but look at that cannon wave coming from the Jiro, dealing a lot of damage onto Mardis, and there is a
ally
bonus
has
destroyed.
been slain.
Kaya was able to kill someone as RRQ is able to get 1 kill there with Liam, but Yelly Haze will have to run away. There is a Sword Rose, but he has to run away. The Jeet Kune Do is there for him. And also the dash, but that really won't lead to anything as Lemon will have to farm away in mid lane. That gold lead is getting caught slowly but surely, but there is a mega kill coming from Ader main. There is a Mortal Coil there. Shadow Blade Slaughter was able to get the kill, and Yuji is just dominating right now, snowballing onto this mid game. Is 7-3. RRQ2 really needs to do something to just get that kill deficit down.
And now this Tuturu is trying to catch up with the EXP
team
and also
destroyed
goal
a
difference
turret.
between them as they got bullied in by either main. Lemon as well is lacking in terms of levels here, so they have to really level up to catch up with either main by this point.
Turtle resurrecting
Mortal
soon.
Ball onto the minion wave, in the jungle, but there is a Jelly Hazer there with the Jikundo. Lemon is gonna get caught up by Pain, but Pain will instead get Divine Judgment by Liam on the turret, and Pain is in a lot of trouble right now, in a lot of pain. Might go down, another eject, a lot of damage to Lemon, but will go down by Lemon with the
Our
Kagura
turret has
as
been
Bottle Blade
destroyed.
is destroyed.
There's another Jikundo here by Yelly Haze trying to chase down Liam here.
I don't think a 1v1 is a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on, sorry, I was cutting you off.
No, but yeah, he was trying to chase it. So right now they're probably trying to contest for Turtle right here. Ark, you have to get it to try to keep up with the goal
The
difference,
enemy
trying to
has
minimize
slain
as much
the
as possible
turtle.
to have the fighting chance against either main. But anything can happen now. Still in minute 6, anything can happen.
And you're looking at Instinct with the Forcex on that freeze. And there is a triple sweep right onto I Am Jago, the way of the dragon, but there is that Coldness Destroy was unable to hit anyone as Instinct will have to run away here. There is Lemon coming to help with the Umbrella. Seisho quickly dealing a lot of damage, but Yellow Haze will survive that one as
Monster
will be
kill.
able to get the monster kill onto Lancelot as I Am Jago will go down as there is the Shadow Blade Slaughter there. Yuji trying to do the Shadow Strike will miss, but there is another Shadow Blade Slaughter right onto Lion. And Lion
Team destroyed
will
a
have to run
turret.
away. Trying, the Divine Judgment with the flicker instantly under the turret. Yuji was
enemy
able to
has
survive
been
that, and Triple
slain.
Sweep was able to get the kill on Aurora as Lemon is gonna get caught. There is a Jikundo, there is the Way of the Dragon, and he's all alone. Shadow Blade Slaughter just need one more strike, but there is a massive damage coming to Yuji as Saber will pick up that kill instead, but Tuturu is doing a lot for his team
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Dash was able to get a lot of
Our
damage.
turret
onto the
has been
as Pain here
destroyed.
will knock
Your
that out, but
team
look at that
destroyed a
damage coming
turret.
from Jawhead. No damage dealt to Pain. Tuturu is now caught up with Yelly Haze and Pain. Tuturu will have to escape here. Can he actually survive? There is the cannon wave, but
enemy
will
has
not
been
able to do
slain.
anything as he's gonna go down. There is coming onto Liam, and there is a lot of damage coming from Rebo here. Air Main is just dominating this game right now.
I mean, Rebo Saber is contributing a lot of damage here for either main. Just his ult flashing there, trying to single out anyone, which is like Lemon or Tuturu there playing with Pain. It's gonna be a hassle for RRQ to keep up.
And Yuji was able to get that buff as well. This is gonna be very powerful on him, as he is a mage and will get that
Lord
mage buff
resurrecting
instead of the
soon.
assassin one. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, right? You get the mage, okay. Anyways, because I'm not sure if Gushan is registered as a mage or as an assassin.
It's a magic.
Yeah, but Coco here might get the Mortal Coil. There is a Shadow Strike, there is a Shadow Blade Slaughter as well already. The Jeet Kundo right there on Lemon, but that was a miss. Yeah, he was out of position there as Yelly Haze trying a bit too hard, but there is the dash. I can dance out of the way there from Gushan as Yelly Haze here is caught up by 4 people. Might get the Divine Judgment here. There is a Divine Judgment right onto Yelly Haze as the Deli Cat is right there, almost getting the kill. Yelly Haze will have to keep running away there, but the damage here coming from Pain a lot to Lemon as Lemon came
ally
on
has
very
been
low AC, but I Am Lego is
Our
able to
turret
get one
has been
kill there
destroyed.
as
An
Coco
enemy has been
getting that kill
slain.
as well. It's now 1-for-1 for both teams as Adermain is able to get 13 kills with 5 kills only on RRQ Oxygen.
So right now we are almost 9 RRQ.
7k gold lead as well. So this is a lot on RRQ O2 as this is going to be a comeback game if they're able to win. The crowd is surely cheering on them with no cheers whatsoever for Adermain. This is a lot of pressure for Adermain, but they're doing so well right now. Very, very well onto this mid game, but Yelly Haze there will gonna get the Jeet Kundo onto that car.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it. Siege medium. Siege medium. That's
Yes.
what I call it.
And of course, what I can see from either main is that they are buying a lot of like magic resist item, which is like Athena shield, trying to counter what Lemon and also Liam and also what Instinct can do.
Yeah,
But-
there's a lot of magic damage as you were saying right
Yeah.
now.
So at least 3 members of either main right now already have Athena shield. So that's a lot of magic resist overall.
And Tutor here, that is Tutor is trying to do a lot of solo pushings, and he's barely in any wars. I think that's one of the reasons why RRQ2 is actually losing a lot of these wars against Aether mains. But I'm not entirely sure though, because Rebo is dealing a lot of damage with their Shadow Swing as well.
Yeah.
The Gushing with the Shadow Blade Slaughter, UG is just dominating right now, snowballing onto RRQ Oxygen.
But I mean, even
Athena's shield onto UG.
yeah. So 4 Athena shield right now.
They're just trying to block out Aurora and Lemon here. A lot of respect item bots here
Yeah.
for Aether main.
They do not have like a physical damage as prominent as either main right here.
Yeah, because they have Jawhead and Rebo as well. But they're just stacking on this Athena shield.
Look at that damage, 1,300 right there
And
from Pain. Ooh,
oh, that is a Grok swing, isn't it?
that's a lot of damage for Jawhead right here. A lot. Yeah.
I think that's why Grok is usually banned Grok, because he's actually Lord. Same swing, right?
Yeah. Oh, he just bought another. Oh my God!
That's
Everyone.
good, that's good, yep.
Yeah, everyone is getting Athena shield by now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of.
You have been
But
slain.
Yelye is gonna get caught in 4 people. He was out of position. Rebo was actually there, but he was unable to help, and he won't risk that triple sweep onto 4 people that he cannot follow up as well. There is triple solo onto Liam. Liam almost went down, but Kagura is right there to destroy Rebo instantly. As there is a godlike coming from Yuji, gonna pick up that kill that Rebo was unable to do. Deadly Cash will try to run onto Yuji, but he will survive that one and will get the double kill as well onto the Yuru. There is the eject coming from Jawhead, and I Am Jago will have to run away as Pain is able to pick up that kill as well. That is a wipeout from Aether main. RRQ02 is just getting destroyed.
So right now they're gonna try to push all the way to
destroyed
the
the turret.
tier 3 turret right here. And probably this is gonna be the end for RRQ. No one is gonna get resurrected anytime soon. Only one person,
Yeah.
which is Lemon and also Liam.
They're running back actually, but the Lord is pushing on bot lane, so this might be very interesting. I think Aether main won't risk that wipeout on the Nexus for RRQ02. They might just play it safe, try to get all of the turrets down. Just, you know, do the vacuum cleaner, make sure all of the lanes is destroyed so they can push in all together. As Lord now just got destroyed. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Lord is
team
at the
destroyed
bottom
a
lane.
turret.
They're trying so hard to kill the Lord right here. So the final war.
But there is a jet coming
An enemy
onto
has been
Kaya.
slain.
No divine judgment there for RRQ02, and this might be GG for RRQ02. As look at this Aether main just dominating the whole pushing lane, even though there's delicate from Tutu, but to no avail. Nothing is gonna happen here as the allied super minion is actually mobilizing. That's the blue side super minion mobilizing onto the top lane as well. And this is scary for RRQ02 because they only got 3 turrets in total, and the mid lane is still very, very healthy there.
And RQ's
Our turret has been
crystal
destroyed.
basically was really exposed there. There's no more turrets. Allied super minion coming in from all the lanes here. Oh, Logikundo right
An
here.
enemy has
There
been
is
slain.
this lane coming from Saber though, as Coco will have to run away, almost dying. The Cannon Wave actually missed it by just a bit. But Pain here getting dealt a lot of damage, but will survive that one instead as Lemon is trying to defend the Nexus. Not
Legendary.
wanting to lose this one, but Gushin was able to get the Legendary onto Tutudu as Tutudu is already down here. I Am Jago as well is in a bit of a pinch. Not a bit, a lot of a
lot
pinch
of
right
pinch,
here. As
okay.
the final war
Legendary
is getting
double
dealt there.
kill.
Aether main double
An
kill
enemy has
to
been
UG,
slain.
and that is the GG on the Aether main as RRQ02 got dominated. by
Congratulations to either main for their second win of the day.
Aether main is dominating this Group E right now. FOS Esport and RRQ already lost once, and this is gonna be heavy as the fans right now, with the disappointed looks on their faces, I don't even know anymore. The fans just left off with no cheering whatsoever. But Adermain really deserves that win, as we're looking at the Philippines Mobile Legend domination on this MSC 2018. Because all of the Philippine teams has won against the Indonesian teams. So I'm very surprised. All of our power rankings is getting flipped around here. So wow.
This is why MSC is really the thing that you want to watch this weekend. Definitely, whether you're on Facebook, you're on EGG, you're on Compass TV, everywhere else. I mean, it is really important where MSC is going to fight against all the Southeast Asia countries in Mobile Legends Bang Bang game.
Yeah, but before we continue,
crazy.
we'll just leave it back to the pro right
Yeah.
on the panel desk. Take it away, guys.
Take it away.
A title worthy for Kings of Kings might be named, but do not underestimate someone with an Aether in the weapon chest, because Aether main just beat out RRQ like we predicted.
I think I can hear the whole Philippine crowd.
Just
Suddenly,
went
my
silent.
heart is like,
Yeah, just went silent. It was hyped and then it went down.
that was the Indonesian one. I mean the Philippines.
Oh, the Philippine crowd,
Philippines
sorry.
are, like from the heart. I can feel like my heart is pounding right here because the cheers and the celebration coming in. Now the Indonesian teams, sorry, the Philippine teams are undefeated.
Yes.
At least for today.
Oh my god, this is
Wow.
insane. This just shows the strength of Philippines in this tournament, and suddenly they are the ones to look out for.
Yes, indeed. My oh my.
But okay,
They
let's break down that game
Alright.
really quickly. That game for me, okay, let's just look at the score screen, right? For me, since by minute 1, it was Aether main all the way. Do you agree with that? Like RRQ, yes, they had like some sparks of brilliance, but it was always Aether main in control. I liked the way they played. It didn't seem like the game was gonna slip out their hands. They were very methodical. They were controlling. They did things by the book, and then they won the game.
Okay, it's like the Aether main, the way that they tried to get the hierarchy, like Tutor was trying to do the split was and everything, and after that, like the Aether main tried to not load that, and every time they move, they really like a solid one. They always like a good communication and always do the. I think it's actually yes, the MVP is good, Dashian, but the one that controlling is actually the Cho.
For me, I think that RRQ running with the double mage, which wasn't successful for the previous match, is now in here. The double mage doesn't seem like to be the most impactful lineup.
Yeah.
At least when we were talking that time off stage, we were thinking about, why not they get another tank?
Yeah.
Why not they
Or
get
even
another
a damage
assassin?
dealer, right?
Correct. But it doesn't seem to be that way. I was telling you that perhaps this is the comfortable heroes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, comfortable heroes does not work with the current meta, and this cost them this game.
Yeah, and everyone was talking like, Lemon on that Kagura on his signature hero. But you can see it just didn't really work out. They need to rethink. The Indonesian army, they started strong. They started with 2 wins, but then they're ending it with a really sour taste because I think they're losing. All 3 teams actually lost their game, right? Arrowroof lost to D-Pro Gaming, EVOS lost to IDNS, and now we're seeing RRQ losing to Aether main. They need to go back and rethink their strategy.
Yes, indeed. I feel like this is a good day. The day is not over yet. Nothing's lost because they still got many games on hand. But then they have to win the remaining games in order to stay in this group of death that we always mentioned before.
Yeah, I think tomorrow will be the. Everyone is thinking not do. I mean, it's out of box now because they already seen how the Aether main playing and also the rest of the team that really surprising us that and. All Indonesian teams is like going to be crazy tomorrow because they're gonna. I think because in my opinion they're not gonna make the Indonesian viewers that you have been here all day long is gonna feel bad about it.
A lot of disappointment coming in.
That's true. Now let's just do a quick roundout of the day before we do end the stream, guys.
Yeah.
Firstly, it was Arrowwolf who got the better of Air Asia in the first game. RRQ beat out IDNS, the defending champions, and the first upset of the tournament. Burmese Goals taking down Bigatron. And then we went to Aether main, beating out Fantasy main. DD Pro Gaming with that epic 25-minute encounter against Arrowwolf. And then IDNS with the jaws of defeat just right there in front of them.
30
with
minutes.
the brick of elimination. They had one savior and that name was Carry.
Yep.
Right? The Carry play was true. IDN has managed to beat out Evo's Esports.
Correct.
And then Air just saying with a clean game against Bigatron Esports, Bigatron Singapore, I mean,
Yep.
showing that, you know, with a huge sigh of relief, taking a lot of that pressure off their chest. And last but not least, we just saw Aether Main beating out RRQ Oxygen to round out the day.
My oh my, this is everybody's game right now. It's anyone's game to